So Lucas, you've been in Paris before. Why is that?
Back when I was modeling. So I came over to Paris and Milan for Fashion Week. That was an interesting experience.
So what are some of your core memories from that time at Fashion Week in 2011?
Living off of croissants, chocolate croissants especially I loved, and McDonald's. That was like the go-to back then because it was cheap.
Okay, it's Fashion Week 2011. What is a typical day in the life of a model back then?
You get up at the hotel and the person at the front desk of the hotel had like a fax essentially back then, and they would tell you which auditions from your agency you were supposed to go to, and then you'd be running around trying to make as many of those as you can, standing in line, and then you'd be trying to get like a baguette or something or espresso on the way, going on the metro, and then at the end of the night you would just find out if you were staying at that same hotel or if you were going to be at a different hotel.
So it's not as glamorous as you might think, basically.
It is definitely not.
Well, hopefully the memories are better this time around. Hello and welcome to the Rodin Museum. This is a museum of the sculptor Auguste Rodin. It's at his house, so they've turned his mansion into a museum of his works, but also he was a very large collector of Egyptian artifacts, so you also get to see those in the museum, which is very interesting. And then you get to walk through his garden where they have a bunch of his sculptures, like the famous thinker, which is right behind me. And it's calm, it's nice, it's not too busy today for us anyway, and we're gonna have a walk through the gardens and then continue on into his mansion. Also, I haven't even mentioned my amazing glasses that I got here in Paris. They have some of the best places to get glasses and sunglasses, and I'm absolutely obsessed with these. These are recycled from other frames, and they melted them down into these new frames. Loving it. It was such an amazing experience, and I'll make sure to drop that location of the shop where I got these below because I'm telling you, it was the best experience. So cool. Anyway, now we're headed into Rodin's house. His house is gorgeous. I'm loving it so much. It's like two museums in one. Here's a self-portrait of himself from, I don't know, it doesn't say. I found my favorite Rodin, and it's this amazing skeleton sculpture. I just love a good skull. Gotta love this statue. It's a vibe. See his garden out there? More sculptures out there. This is us on the museum tour. I'm absolutely loving the house tour vibe of this tour more than the sculptures, but I love houses so much, so I'm obsessed. But anyways, the sculptures are cool too. The exhibit continues upstairs. There he goes. So upstairs is sculptures of Balzac that Rodin did, and Balzac is a literary person, and then paintings that other artists did. So it's like his sculptures with other artists' work. Well, that's what we've noticed so far anyways. We found some Van Goghs. We found some Vincent van Gogh. All right, Lucas is eating some snacks, and we are walking through the garden here at the Rodin Museum. What did you think of it so far?
It's lovely. The building is amazing.
I know, absolutely gorgeous.
And the sculptures.
I guess it used to be a hotel at one point. It's great, and Rodin himself put it together as a museum, so there you go. Gorgeousness. Wow, the backyard is really big, and it has lots of his sculptures all around it, and it's just altogether been really good. Oh, and updates, if you watched my first vlog here in Paris, I've been reading A Movable Feast by Ernest Hemingway that I bought at Shakespeare & Company. That was like the first thing we did when we got to Paris, and it's such a good book. It's basically his memoirs of his time here in Paris in the 1920s. Can you even be sad about it? I was telling Lucas how cool it was that he talks about Gertrude Stein, he wants to make sure he gives a good impression and doesn't say, anything stupid so that she still invites him back, and how he's like a fanboy about what's his name, James Joyce. And it's so funny because it's all before he was famous or successful. So, his name is even more known than Gertrude Stein and potentially James Joyce, depending on how you look at it. But it's really cool to read and hear about his how he's so excited to be in Paris, and it's just really cute. And I feel like it's Hemingway before the intense drinking and depression. So I know, poor guy. But Yeah, so it's just like good feels about Paris, and I think it's a really good book to read while you're here. And it's a fast read, it's not a long book. It's just been a vibe. I've really loved it. I've been reading a lot of other books too, but I think I'll do a separate video on that later. Okay, he's still enjoying some snacks, but this is the backyard, the garden. So amazing, right here, smack dab in Paris. Can't even be sad about it, with like his sculptures sprinkled about. Here's the back of the house. Perfection. Here we are. This is like the fountain that's not on. They don't really have fountains going unless it's like summertime, I feel. Yep, today has been a good day.
Yeah.
Catacombs of Paris. What do
I
you
don't know what to expect.
I've told him nothing. I honestly don't know either. I know that you go downstairs, down into the depths of Paris, and there's lots of skeletons and skulls.
A collection of cats and combs.
So right now we're just walking through this long tunnel. Apparently this used to be a limestone quarry, and then they had to like come in and reinforce it because like Paris was collapsing because of all the quarries from Roman times and stuff in like the late 1700s. Anyway, so that's what we're looking at right now, but we're getting deeper. Lucas is still having to hunch down a little bit.
Yeah, I touched the roof of my head and it got wet.
He's 6'2", so if you're taller than 6'2", you might hit your head. What are you thinking?
That I want to get cremated.
Yep.
I don't want to be in a museum with my skull on display.
Do you know why they displayed these or where they came from?
I stopped listening when we came into here because I was grabbing all this stuff.
I think because some overflow from like a mass burial.
I heard it was also from mass disease or something like that.
It was like a mass grave overflow, and they decided to arrange it in artwork down here.
We're
gonna have to look it up a little bit more because the audio guide is kind of hard to. Those who died in the French Revolution. Well, not all, but a lot are down here. Lucas just noticed this.
Shows how deep you are, at least right
We're
here.
really deep. You can't tell on camera, but we're deep. Okay, so we just left the catacombs, and the gift shop is cool because it has a lot of skull stuff, which I love skulls. So that whole entire experience was kind of cool based on the fact that I love skulls. But I think I don't love real skulls. I think I love skull art. Also, I don't know how I feel about the catacombs. It's interesting. It's like they had an overflow of bodies, so they created an artwork out of this bones. And also, how did they go from bodies to bones? And yeah, there's a lot of questions I feel like that they didn't explore in the audio guide.
Yeah. Find out more. We need a private guide.
Yeah. Also, Lucas and I were talking about it while we were down there, but like, do you think the people who are down there want to be displayed? I don't know.
I don't think they had a say.
Well, of course not. Because most of those bodies are from the late 1700s, early 1800s.
Yeah.
I don't think they had like laws in place for stuff. Do they have laws now? This is to be explored. I don't even know. So my question to you watching is, what do you think of the catacombs? Do you think it's something that should be available for the public to see? Or do you think it's not okay? I don't know. Questions to be explored. It definitely was interesting. Everybody said on the blogs and stuff that it's a must, so I went. But while I was down there, I was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I think nowadays you have to sign something to say that you want your body donated to science in order to be like displayed or donated like that. But back then they didn't have a say. So I don't know. It's a tough one.
It's a tough one, for sure. Can you show us what we got from the gift shop?
Which,
by the way, the gift shop's right through there. You can go to it without going to the catacombs.
The reveal.
What kind of swag do we get? This is incredible. It's like 100 pictures of Paris. Show us some of them. like just really cool pictures from like Paris through the years. And we love that sort of stuff. So we got that. Got some stickers and a postcard of somebody back in the day cleaning and putting back the skulls.
You know people stole some of those skulls back in the day and they probably have them in their house somewhere or something.
Why would you do it? Oh my gosh, the options here. Dude, sandwiches.
Mediterranean.
These are like the ones we've been making at home. It's never ending. Patisserie. Patisserie? Yeah, patisserie, that's how you say it. Macaron alert. Okay, we got a lot of food. We got this seitan sub. We got a pesto pizza. We got a kale quiche, citron tart, and what they call a monkey cookie. And it all looks amazing. Cannot wait. Pretty good. Need sauce?
No, it actually has some stuff on it.
Oh wow. Oh my, this looks good. Kale quiche, can you be sad? I don't think so. I don't know what they're using because you can't use egg, but there's typically egg in a quiche. But it's really tasty. It has a slight sweet taste to it, which is kind of interesting, but I think it's really good. I'm gonna try the sandwich. It's really good. The bread is really good.
Yeah.
It has like sesame seeds on it, which is nice. But flavor's amazing. But we love sauce. I think it could use more sauce, but it's really good, honestly.
We like that. That's really good. And there's like a little bit of cacao on top sprinkled.
Nice. Wow, that looks insane.
This might be the best cookie I've ever had.
I was gonna say, it's named after the place we're at, so I would assume.
This is full of like Nutella, like the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There's
And then
like
they cover
nuts
it.
on top.
That's like the best thing I've ever had. You gotta try it, Lauren.
It's crispy, it's crunchy, it's salty, it's sweet.
It's all
Like-
the things.
It's all the things you ever wanted in a cookie. I'll try the coffee.
Yeah, with it. It's a nice vibe.
Oh, combo of dreams.
Uh-huh. Worth it.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Welcome to the Cluny Museum. It's like the Museum of Medieval History
It's really cool.
of Paris, which we've watched a documentary, so we kind of know a little bit about it. So it's making more sense that way, I think. But it's really cool because they have all these like medieval art pieces and also old Roman baths, which you can tour. So if you see any walls with the red and the stone, these are old Roman walls. This was like a design that they did here in Paris. This is the baths, or some building, I would think. I think it's the baths. And it's built into this museum. Ugh, obsessed.
Repurpose.
7th century. Gold, sapphire, emerald, amethyst. Wow. They have all of these artifacts from Notre Dame Cathedral in here. That's really cool. You can see them up close. These are from Notre Dame as well. There's 28 of them, and they were taken off during the French Revolution. But now we can see them here. So when is this book from?
14. Oh, this one's 1350.
Wow.
You can tell they did inlay. Like on the top, there's like little gold sparkly stuff.
Oh, that's so cool.
They like went all out.
I am just obsessed that this museum is inside this old Roman structure. Like, I can't get enough. Can you get enough?
Museums in France have been just incredible with the super old stuff. You forget when you're from the U.S., like, because the oldest things we see are just a few hundred years ago. Like, you're looking at stuff from, like, the year 500 or just, it's crazy.
I found my favorite object. This foot. All from old medieval churches. Wow, check it. So thoughts about the Cluny Museum?
George Clooney did an amazing job with that museum. Don't know how he has time considering the acting, but
Okay.
no, it was incredible. I've never seen so much medieval stuff, I don't think. Usually
I think we might have somewhere at some point.
Usually you only see religious medieval stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was a lot of religious medieval stuff here too, but there was also a bunch of other stuff. There was Roman stuff. There was a lot of artifacts that were just really unique.
So my two favorite things were, one, the fact that there's a bunch of Roman ruins like the bathhouse and stuff throughout the museum that you get to see, and also there's a room full of tapestries from the 14th century about a lady and a unicorn, and that was really cool. I didn't get any footage on it on this camera, but I did get some on my phone of that room, but that was really cool. We got a postcard with it on because I have to remember it forever. Beautiful tapestry, beautiful unicorns.
Another thing that's fun is the fact that they let you film in European museums more often.
Yeah.
I feel like in the U.S. they don't let you film as much.
Maybe they do, but I just don't feel that awkward here for some reason. I feel like it's okay to do it. I don't know. I do check every single website before I come if they allow filming, and every time they say yeah, so I love it too. Then we can remember this always and share with you what these museums are like so you know whether or not you want to come on your trip.
True.